going, guys? It's Aika, Kitsune, or Chloe, and welcome to a opinion, just sort of just unscripted retrospective of how Warzone's doing in the current state that it's in, as well as just a message to, in general, the COD community and how they treat the devs towards the end. Hopefully going to try and get to all these targets. This is the third time I'm doing this. It is 3:30 in the morning, and I'm now trying to do this correctly. To start, right off the gate, Warzone's on a great state. I can't hide that. I'm going to be drawing a lot of parallels to Fortnite and this, but yeah, Fortnite, or COD, Warzone is on a great state. It just isn't. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it and say it's fine and it just needs to be fixed. It's on a great state. It just isn't. But yeah, it's just not in a great state. It needs work. It needs to be fixed. And the way it gets fixed is through constructive criticism and letting the devs do do dev things. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be outright honest here. Fortnite is starting to seem very similar to Warzone, the same state as when they first added mechs, and my entire Twitter timeline was complaining about mechs and something about like these go-kart balls or whatever the hell they were. I last time I played was when Kevin was the first introduced as like the Kevin the Cube thing. So I don't know, but just to get an idea, Fortnite is genuinely, like, I'm gonna be honest, Fortnite, I have no problems with it. It's on my yet have a game. I don't like it. But a lot of the gimmicks that Warzone has, with the loadout mainly, really, for me, turned me away from the game. And in general, the game is, Warzone as a whole, outside of the issues it has right now, it's a decent game. It has its issues, obviously, but it's a fun game. It has, obviously, problems and issues, but it can be very fun when those issues aren't a problem, and when it actually is somewhat fun and enjoyable in terms of the events, like the Krampus event, by the way, which is what footage you're going to see towards the end of me killing Krampus for the first time. Didn't know how to get him to activate. But, yeah, that being said, this is like Fortnite, Warzone needs help in terms of the devs being more transparent, in terms of, in general, the community not knowing what they want, and the devs just need a break from the community being the community that they are. In my opinion, the game would be in a much better state if it weren't for the community being, I don't want to say entitled. Entitled, it feels like a too strong of a word. I want to say picky, or not very accepting of changes that are genuinely helping the game for the better. For example, it's the change of the loadout into the gulag. For me, as someone who likes a BR, both these changes are good. Because I like my respawn modes, don't get me wrong. I like my respawn mechanic. I like it from Apex Legends. It was one of my favorite things. That's why I keep going back to Apex. But there's a glaring issue with Apex's BR, is that you spawn in with nothing. You spawn in with fuck all. Warzone, you spawn in with a pistol. Yeah, the pistol's not great. I'm wrong. It's not great. It's a pistol. There's not much else involved in the pistol. It's just a pistol. It was a Glock around the time of Modern Warfare, and then it was a M1911 when Cold War came out, and it's an M1911 again with Vanguard. But then now with the new Gulag, when you respawn with the Gulag, you essentially respawn with whatever gun you had in the gulag, or whatever equipment you had in the gulag. In my opinion, that change is great, because it incentivizes looting for once, rather than just dumb, random whatever. It actually incentivizes looting. However, no one likes the changes. I personally love them. I think they're great. I think I don't want to say they deserve to stay in the game, but I feel like they deserve to be genuinely praised, because I think they're great changes that, in my opinion, help the game more than ever in terms of enjoyment for me. Because remember, I play video games to have fun, not for money, not for to sweat on kids who wake up and go to school every day, or have people with 9-to-5 jobs like me. I play the game to have fun and to try and do dumb shit. And if the game basically forces you to do all of the fun stuff, either in a respawn mode, or to basically play into a gimmick, like the loadouts, I don't want to do it. No, I'm done. I don't want to do that. But I will say this. For all Warzone's fault, it's a fun game outside of that. And again, I draw a lot of parallels to Fortnite in the fact that the community, when I left, was a cesspool. No matter what you could do to try and make the game more fun, and make the game less boring, all of those things that sounded so much fun, no one liked it. For me, I just want Warzone to be a game I can hop on and not regret playing. I want to come back to play Warzone every single day. But nowadays, I go into Warzone and I don't want to be there anymore. Alright? That being said, I want to talk about the next topic, which is Caldera's positives. And there's a lot of them, because there's not many negatives. Caldera as a map is amazing. It's beautiful, it's vibrant, it's very bright, it's very bright. There's a lot going on in the map. It is genuinely a very, very nice map. There's nothing really going on with it that screams, this map's awful. It's just a very, it's just a mess. Let's put it that way. It's a mess. I can't deny it's a mess. Just is. Alright? It just is. I'm not going to try to hide that. It is a mess. So, with that being said, I want to talk about the positives of... Warzone, Caldera. It's bright, it's vibrant, people don't camp everywhere, there's no weird gray everywhere that seems to be all over the place when it comes to everything. There's no weird, random, weird glitches everywhere. The game genuinely seems polished and well thought out when it comes to everything, right? Here's the thing I gotta address. People are going to hate on everything, no matter what you do, to make the game better or for worse. People are going to hate on it. Do you know why? Because it's a funny thing called opinions. Right? Remember one thing about opinions that people need to remember? They're subjective. My opinion is very different from the opinion of my opinion of this could be very different from the other person's. My opinion of, let's say, my opinion of Fortnite differs from somebody else's. My opinion of pineapple on pizza is going to differ from somebody else. My opinion of anything is going to be different from somebody else. Like, I like pineapple on pizza. Some people might not like pineapple on pizza. I like to take a nice cold shower before work, or at least in the summertime, and then during winter, a nice hot shower. I prefer G Fuel over some of the other drinks because I don't want to have lead in my system. Some people like A&W over Mug, or Barks over Mug, or Mug over A&W, or Mug over this, or Barks over that. You get my point? This is an opinion, right? Then why do people not know the difference of an opinion and a fact? Listen. As a whole, Warzone is good. It really is. Some people might think it's bad. I like Black Ops 4 over... I like Black Ops 4. Some people might not like Black Ops 4. I like Blackout. The whole point I'm trying to make is people need to remember that there is a difference of opinion in everything, right? Everyone can have a difference of opinion when it comes to anything. Whether it's Call of Duty, whether it's Call of Duty, whether it's pizza, whether it's soda, whether it's this, whether it's that. Everyone can have a difference in opinion. It's being respectful, which leads us into the next main thing. Being respectful and being an asshole are two different things. If you want to see change in a game, you don't do that by bullying the devs of any game. Fallout, Call of Duty, CSGO, Valorant, whatever. You don't see results by bullying the devs. Alright? You don't. It's not something you will see. You don't get results by bullying the devs. Alright? You just don't. You don't. You know why? You want to know why? Because bullying the devs only makes their hot job worse. It only makes what they do harder. And unless that's your goal, to make every dev's job harder than it needs to, or that harder than it already is, then why? Right? Why? I want to ask everyone a very important question, right? Very important. If you worked in retail, or worked a front-end register at all, how mad would you be if a person came up to you and started being an asshole to you, and started being rude, and just calling you names and all these slurs and all this and all that, just because you were doing the job you were told to do? How would you feel if the job you are being told to do, you are apparently doing wrong because this person thinks you're doing it wrong? You're not actually doing it wrong. You're doing it perfectly fine. You're doing a great job. You're doing it the way you were trained. The way you were trained to do it. Which, as far as you're aware, was the correct way. And it always will be the correct way. There is no right or wrong in this scenario. Right? There's no right or wrong. But according to this person, who you've just met, and you've just basically talked to for the first time, you're doing your job wrong. And you're doing your job so wrong that they think you don't deserve your job anymore. They think your job is no better than little Timmy's job down the street. That your job is so awful, and you're doing your job so poorly, that not only do you not deserve your job, you don't deserve the right to a job. And that you're, just in general, you don't deserve it. How would that make you feel? Basically, the point I'm trying to get at is don't bully the devs. The devs don't deserve it. They do everything that they can to make the game work. They do everything they can to make the game work. And all people do is constantly harass and bully them. Don't get me wrong. I'd be upset if the game wasn't working as intended either. But I don't go around bullying the devs just because it's not working as intended. I have the common sense to be polite about things like that. I have the common sense to not be outright harassing them because it's not going as intended. Right? Again, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I don't ever want to see someone lose their job or something that wasn't their fault. I don't want to see someone lose their job because they didn't please everybody. Because they don't deserve that. No one does. Everyone should have the right to be able to do whatever the hell they want, as long as it's not hurting anyone. Don't get me wrong. Everything that's happened at Activision behind the scenes up high, it's fucked up. Should you be targeting the devs because of that? No. No. You should not be doing that. That's a no bueno. What you should be doing is saying, hey, I know you're going through a lot up top, but you need, this is the problem with the game that I'm having. Can you look into it? I would appreciate if you could either just give us some news on it or whatever. You don't go cursing at them, telling them they're not doing their job right. Understand that? It makes sense. It's just being kind to people. And here's the thing, right? Being kind to people is very important, because you never know what somebody's going through. You could tell them something, and you could tell somebody something, right? And they could be going through a living hell, and you wouldn't know it because they're hiding it, right? Imagine you're talking to somebody and some person bullies one of your best friends, or someone you look up to and you appreciate, but because of something that somebody said, they no longer are alive. Now imagine that on the same sense of how a dev team is. A dev team's like a family. They don't want to lose anyone as much as you wouldn't want to lose your best friend. Just think. Is cursing out a dev really worth it? thought about it? Yeah, it's not worth it. It's really not. You may see results that way, but giving genuine criticism and bullying a dev are different things. In my opinion, it has nothing to do with YouTubers. It's just general, the way the internet is. Don't get me wrong. I can take shit talk. But there's a difference between shit talk and straight up bullying someone, man. Anyway. I know I've kind of rambled on. This went into sort of a serious topic about just generally being a nice person. But generally, I like Warzone. I don't want to see it fall apart because the community just doesn't know how to treat people kindly. You know what I mean? I want to see people thrive in their... thrive in playing their games and be generally happy playing games and stuff like that, you know? I don't want to see people just get bullied out of the community. Like, I got bullied out of the community, basically. I don't like Call of Duty the same as much as I used to. People who stand BO3 constantly have made me not like Call of Duty as much anymore. Anyway, I know I've been ranting. I finally got what I wanted to say off my chest. Just be kind to people. Just tell people what you think needs to be fixed politely. And I'm not going to say defend the devs, but don't attack them. Alright? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do want to be sure to like all that fun stuff. Want to see more from me, subscribe, click the bell so you miss any videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video live stream I to make. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video or live stream I to make. Have a good day, everybody, and stay safe.